I'm Jason Hall. I'm Fanny's husband, and my wife, she was very ill, and so she wasn't able to come today, so I was coming in her place. Fanny and I are both teachers. I teach sixth grade at Alza County Elementary School, and my wife teaches kindergarten, first grade at Marie Roberts Caney. And last year, about May, I guess this past school year in about May, I had the opportunity to represent my school at Pennsylvania to take a tour of some of the innovative schools that they had, and it was just unreal. And since we're both teachers, I come home and I tell all the wonderful things that I saw. And one of the things that I saw that Fanny really liked was the idea that when you walked into the classroom, you didn't see so much trade books or picture books for the little bitty kids to read, but you saw like libraries of books that they had written. And I thought that was really, really interesting because it was just something I had never seen before. And they had everything under the sun as far as technology and all that, but that was one of the things that I went home and I mentioned to my wife because she taught little bitty kids, and we have two daughters who are always liking to read and write and things. And one of my daughters, she did the K-Prep for sixth grade, and her on-demand writing score was a perfect score, 300 out of 300. And so some of the things that Fanny has in her grant, they kind of worked with our own children, with all the books that they've written and read. One of my daughters who had the perfect score, she was also one of the published authors last year that was here selling her copy of her book that she had written. And it was very effective for them, and by telling Fanny that I saw this in a very innovative school, that they actually had their own collection of books, she was really interested in that. And then we both are very active in seeking out funds for our classrooms. I have a class sponsor that sends us tons of funds and things like that. We never have to do a fundraiser because they send us money for our field trips and everything. And my wife, she wrote a grant besides the ARI grant that she got. She wrote one that was sponsored by the Dollar General Store Company, and she got a couple $1,000s from that. And so based on the money that she got from that for these readers that she has and the program that she was able to buy with that money, also with our experience with ARI grants and things, we both wanted a color printer. I wanted one because I wanted my sixth graders to be able to participate in a statistics probability poster contest that happens in about April. And I thought a color printer would really help us out. But my wife, she looked at it in a different route. And I'm going to go ahead now and read what she would have presented if she were able to come here today. I just want to kind of give you the backstory on why a color printer and all that. She says, my class has been blessed in the grant department this year. I received the Dollar General Literacy Grant, which I used to set my K-1 classroom up for the Daily 5. The Daily 5 is 5 literacy routines in which students participate daily. Read to self, read to someone, listen to reading, word work, and work on writing. The work on writing category inspired me to write an ARI mini grant. I want to enhance the writing process with a young authors project. With the Brother Color Laser Printer and Scanner, I plan to scan students' writings and drawings to make books. I also plan to write some of my own leveled readers, which I will personalize with students' names. The books we publish will become staples in our classroom library and will be used in all 4 of the other Daily 5 components. It is my goal to improve reading and writing in the primary while engaging students. I believe publishing a book and having personalized leveled readers will motivate my class. I also believe that knowing their work will be used in our class library in order to help others will motivate my students to do their very best. And she also had a poster that we put up downstairs for her. And for more information on the Daily 5, there were a couple of books that I was supposed to bring, but I didn't bring them. But it does look like a pretty good program that she has. And just a side note, I didn't get my color laser printer, but I did get some other neat stuff. But my wife, that was one of the projects that she's wanted. And if anybody has any questions, I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Okay, you have one? Well, the way that she's going to have it set up, because she does have some children that are where it's K-1 split. She does have some that are they're barely verbal. And so that will be really difficult, but with the way that the color scanner is, if all they do is just pictures, then she can scan what they have and print it out on nice paper that she can then bind. They've already got like these binders at her school that they're going to use, but she does have quite a few students who are probably really, really low level, that she's hopeful that by coming up with these books that the kids are writing, and some that she is as well, that they'll be motivated to want to read those things. And then just because they're familiar with the story, that they might kind of get some kind of word association. Kind of like when our daughters were very tiny, we were going on a family vacation with extended family. And one of the people in our extended family sent everybody a letter that had a checklist of things that we needed to buy and take on the trip. And our girls would have us sit and read that over and over and over, and it got to the point that we could point to a word and they could tell us what it was just because they were used to seeing it. And so I'm assuming that some of that might take place where they see other kids working on the stories, they see their name in the story, they've heard the story, that eventually they'll get to the point where they've almost got it memorized and they can get some kind of word association that way. At least that's what I'm assuming, because we talk a lot about our teaching careers and things and what goes on in our classrooms and what's working and what's not working and things. So I'm assuming that's what she's got planned. Any other questions? Okay, well, I didn't mean to sound a little flippant about my class sponsor. They are very, very, very good to us. And they, in the school district where I teach, it is, you could do a Google search and find us. And one of the things that you'll discover about our school district is we are in a very poor county. And this class sponsor, they have found us, and they're very good to send things that the students need. Like they'll send them toothpaste, dental supplies, they'll send them clothing items, they'll send us money for our field trip, $15 for every kid to spend on the field trip, and they're just very generous to us. And so I didn't mean to try to make that sound bad. All right, if there's no other questions, I still have 2.5 minutes. If anybody has anything else? All right. Thank you.